It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A storm system over the central U.S. will create chances for severe thunderstorms and gusty winds along the Gulf Coast. Heavy rain and flash flooding potential exists through the central and eastern Gulf Coast over the next few days. A powerful Pacific low-pressure system is going to impact the northwest with high winds and heavy mountain snow, while an atmospheric river takes aim at northern California. Closer to home, quiet weather is expected for the next week as westerly flow prevails. Temperatures will be on a slow warming trend, with many areas getting into the 70s by the weekend. Winds will also be light, but the morning low temperatures will start out on the chilly side, especially over the next few days. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. The Alamogordo City Commission is having a regular meeting tonight at 6:30 at City Hall. A few items on the agenda include discuss an update on road conditions and maintenance improvements. They're going to talk about the Fun Center and talk about the construction of the natatorium. The Village of Tularosa is having their regular meeting tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. The Otero County Fair Association is kicking off their annual blanket drive for the elderly in nursing homes. They need 350 blankets to give each resident a blanket. The Otero County Fair and Rodeo Queens will distribute blankets on Christmas Eve, and you can help by donating new blankets and drop them off at 401 Fairgrounds Road. Or if you want to donate money, the OFCU Main Branch and North Branch can help you with that. Don't forget this holiday season to support local and shop small businesses. Small Business Saturday is taking place on November 30th. The perfect time to start your shopping by supporting the small businesses that make our downtown special. Toys for Tots is actively collecting toys for kids. You can help donate new toys to give children a better Christmas season. The drop-off locations are at Tularosa Basin Regional Dispatch, the Otero County Sheriff's Department, the Alamogordo Police Department, the Otero County EOC, and the Otero County Administration Building. On Friday, December 6th, from 5 until 9, is the annual Fiesta of Lights Christmas at Washington Park. Cookies, hot cocoa, s'mores, kids' crafts, food trucks, and a whole lot more. The Christmas tree lighting takes place at 6:30. The Alamo Senior Center presents the Holiday Craft Fair. That's happening on December 12th from 9 until 1. Art, crafts, jewelry, and a whole lot more. If you have any questions, 575-439-4150. Well, today is Tuesday. It's time for an introspection with Pastor Johnny Walker.
Hey, this is Pastor Johnny Walker with this week's introspection. Just something to think about. A little sunshine to put in your pockets. Stop comparing yourself to everyone else. Study after study has shown that people feel worse about themselves after spending time on social media. And all that negativity is taking its toll on our mental health and our bank accounts. In psychology, it's called social comparison theory. It's the idea that we determine our own self-value based on comparing ourselves to other people. We need to learn to focus on our strengths and write down a few things that we like about ourselves. We cannot compare ourselves to everybody else's highlight reels and improve to get one day better, stronger, and closer to your goals. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Embrace your uniqueness and own your journey. The only person you should strive to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Stay focused, stay positive, and keep moving forward. You are capable of achieving amazing things. Just believe in yourself and trust the process. Keep pushing yourself, keep growing, and never stop being the best version of yourself. You are enough just as you are. So stop comparing and start living your best life. You deserve it. This has been Pastor Johnny Walker with this week's introspection. We hope to see you next week on Crazy Radio. And if you're in town, we hope to see you at church service, New Covenant Worship Center, 3001 Thunder Road. Hope to see you there, 10:30 worship service. Be blessed.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Finish your high school diploma for you and your family. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
This is Lieutenant William Skaggs with Alamogordo Fire Department. The Alamogordo Fire Department's goal for the holiday season is to prevent fires. Here are some fire safety tips for the holidays. When using candles, keep candles at least 12 inches away from anything flammable and in a stable holder. You can also substitute battery-operated flameless candles. Holiday lights. Inspect lights before putting them up and throw away any with frayed or pinched wires. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for how many light strands to connect and turn off the lights before leaving the home or going to bed. Christmas trees. If you choose to display a live tree, water your tree daily and keep it at least 3 foot away from heat sources. Don't let the tree block exits. Space heaters. Everybody wants to keep warm. Make sure you keep space heaters at least 3 feet away from anything flammable and turn them off when unattended. Plug the cords directly into outlets with enough capacity and do not use extension cords or surge protectors. Electronics, like TVs, computers, and radios, need to be shut down when you're away. Plug electronics into a power strip with a surge protector and always follow manufacturer recommendations. Cooking. Stay in the kitchen while you're cooking and don't leave any cooking unattended. Make sure you wear tight-fitting clothes, keep pot handles facing inward, and follow all manufacturers' recommendations in regard to deep frying turkeys or smoking hams for the holiday season. Outdoor fires. With the temperatures dropping during the holiday season, we all like to have fires outside. Make sure that you have it in a COA, ordinance-approved fire pit, and keep fires small. Never leave them unattended, and always have water and a shovel on hand. Alamogordo Fire Department would like to wish the community a safe and happy holiday season.
A 911 call from a child led to gunfire exchange between Roswell police and 30-year-old Timothy Riley. Dispatch received a call on Monday morning. A child was on the line saying his dad had a gun. When officers arrived, police found Riley with a gun outside the home. As Riley reportedly got into a nearby vehicle with children inside, police ordered him to raise his hands. Instead, Riley fired one or more shots through the back window of the vehicle toward the officers. Police said an officer fired at Riley as he exited the vehicle and went to the front of the home, which is where they heard another shot. That's when officers said they found Riley fall to the ground with a gunshot wound to the head. Medics took him to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. Albuquerque police are looking for 2 suspects accused of breaking into a dispensary and stealing over $20,000 worth of merchandise, as well as cash from a safe. On or about November 10th, at least 2 people broke into the BOGO dispensary in Albuquerque. Video cameras captured the 2 people inside the building as they burglarized it. The Albuquerque Police Department burglary unit is currently investigating. A La Cueva High School student was arrested after being found to have a loaded gun at school this past Friday. School principal Maurice Guerin wrote a letter to families that said the student was seen flashing a firearm on campus. That student was detained and later arrested after a search warrant was approved. The student was booked into the Juvenile Detention Center. The La Cueva student faces a charge of unlawful possession of a deadly weapon at school. The New Mexico Supreme Court ruled that a New Mexico Corrections Department violated a prisoner's right to a procedural due process by prohibiting an appeal when it denied a good time credits for the inmate completing a drug rehabilitation program. The department was ordered to award 30 days of good time to Donovan Hudebree after he completed the residential drug abuse program. He previously received good time credits against his sentence for previously participating in a program called Therapeutic Communities. According to the Supreme Court, the Corrections Department deemed that the programs were the same and that Hudebree did not qualify for additional good time for completing the residential drug abuse program. Departmental rules prevented the inmate from seeking an agency review of the good time denial. As a result, the court also ruled that the New Mexico prison system needs to establish procedures for prisoners who want to appeal how much good time they are owed. Hudebree was sentenced to 23 years in prison after pleading guilty to child abuse and abandonment of a child for the death of his 2-year-old daughter in 2005. Hurricane Helene devastated areas along parts of the nation's southeastern coast in September, and lasting effects have been felt all the way to New Mexico. Helene flooded a manufacturing plant in North Carolina that supplied hospitals from around the country with IV fluid. This created a shortage affecting hospitals nationwide. Officials say that shortage is taking a positive turn. Patrick Allen of the New Mexico Department of Health spoke with KRQE.
The things that are in particularly short supplies, there's irrigation saline that's used for procedures that do a lot of washing things out while they're doing the procedures. So think like knee and hip replacements.
Patients should access care as usual, as emergency and critical surgeries will continue normally during the shortage. The lines in the North Carolina facility are going to be restored by the end of the year, but we don't yet have a timeline on when production will return to pre-hurricane levels. Fernando Macias, the newly elected district attorney for Donna Ana County, is preparing to address a significant backlog of case dismissals that have plagued the office under outgoing district attorney Gerald Byers. Macias spoke with KFOX.
The vision has to be one of restoring the confidence in the office within the community. And I think that that's currently lacking and has been for quite some time now. The high dismissal of cases, I think, has caused a lot of concern in the community.
Macias will take office officially in January. When he does so, he plans to review the backlog to determine which cases could still be pursued. Drawing on his experience as a district court judge, Macias aims to address issues that have frustrated the community, such as the quick release of detainees. Albuquerque Fire Rescue is donating a rescue truck to the town of Mesilla. Mesilla has been experiencing an increase in calls, and automatic aid agreements with the surrounding departments continue to increase demands for service. The rescue truck is a 2007 Chevrolet 4500 with a transport-capable ambulance body. It's been serving the city of Albuquerque for 18 years. This coming Saturday, Fort Selden and Radium Springs will host a demonstration on how to fire up an Adobe Horno. Rangers at the historic site will also serve a Thanksgiving meal with cowboy coffee to those in attendance. Emily Wilson, the instructional coordinator supervisor with the Fort Selden Historic Site, appeared on KRWG.
Our Campfire Kitchen program is a food waste program that our ranger Michael Bailey, puts on. So once a month, we have a food waste program, our Campfire Kitchen program, and we cover topics that range from early recipes of soldiers on the site, how to cook while camping as a soldier, how to cook on site during the time of the fort. We also discuss things like how to make salsitas, things that are really culturally important to the area. And by doing that, we open our doors to the community so that they have an opportunity to have hands-on experience with these foodways and get to see them in practice.
That's this Saturday from 10 to 11 at the Fort Selden Historic Site in Radium Spring. There is a general admission of $5 per adult and free for children 16 and under. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Nothing happening until Friday, but on Friday we got some football and basketball. We'll talk more about that on Thursday, okay? Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting as high as 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 56, low tonight of 33, high tomorrow, 59 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, winds gusting up to 22 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting as high as 13, sunny skies tomorrow. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 39, wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 10, low tonight of 21, wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 15, high tomorrow 45, wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 19 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.